I'm Kirby Allison, and I consider myself immensely privileged to have traveled extensively while exploring the world of quality, craftsmanship, and tradition. From the preeminent tailoring houses of London's Savile Row and the majestic beauty of the Scottish countryside on a traditional driven game shoot, all the way to the rich tobacco fields and cigar factories of Cuba's finest cigar producers. Today, this journey of discovery continues as I set out on a 2-week grand tour to explore the world of quality, craftsmanship, and tradition here in Italy. Italy is, of course, a country steeped in history, from the Roman Empire of ancient times through the Renaissance of the 15th and 16th centuries to the modern state that it is today. Its magnificent cities always manage to combine a deep respect for the past with a keen outlook towards the future. But more than anything else, Italy is about the Italian people, always stylish and well-dressed, friendly and forthcoming. On this trip, we shall be meeting up with a wonderful array of celebrated Italian artisans and craftspeople. From bespoke tailors and shoemakers to a single vineyard winemaker, and even bespoke pen makers. This is truly an experience not to be missed, so I hope you'll join me, Kirby Allison, as we set out for what promises to be a truly extraordinary journey exploring the world of quality, craftsmanship, and tradition of this great country. Hi, I'm Kirby Allison, and welcome back as we continue our journey exploring the world of quality, craftsmanship, and tradition here in Italy. Today, this journey brings us to the historic coastal town of Naples. The city's Neapolitan style of tailoring has become one of the most recognizable and iconic of all of menswear. This style has several distinct features that separate it from the styles that you may find in, say, London's Savile Row, Paris, or even just a little farther north here in Italy in Rome or Milan, and has always been inseparable from the idea of sprezzatura and la dolce vita. And of all of the tailoring houses here in Naples, there is one that stands out as the undisputed king of Neapolitan tailoring, the House of Rubinacci. And so today, as I continue my journey exploring the world of quality, craftsmanship, and tradition, I'm immensely privileged and excited to be able to discuss this style of tailoring here at Sartoria Rubinacci with none other than Luca Rubinacci and his father, Mariano. So join me as we step inside what is acknowledged as one of the most prestigious tailoring houses in all the world. Luca.
Ciao Kirby, come stai?
So nice to see you here in Naples.
Yes, please, welcome to my house.
Well,
this is where all started.
Well, what an honor to be here. I mean, of course, Rubinacci is synonymous with Neapolitan tailoring, with sprezzatura, with La Dolce Vita, and of course is one of the greatest bespoke tailoring houses in all the world. So to have this opportunity as part of our trip here in Italy, exploring the world of quality, craftsmanship, and tradition is a pleasure. It's a true honor.
And I'm honored to drive you into this beautiful world where it's all about beauty, craftsman, and elegance. But before this, I want to introduce you my father, that is the pioneer, the second generation, and what it's suggested me about everything. Papà, vieni.
Sì, sì.
Ah, signore.
Ciao.
He's Mariano, the second generation.
Mr.
Nice meeting you.
Such a pleasure, such an honor.
Nice meeting you.
Thank you.
Welcome to Naples.
Well, it's an honor to be here.
Welcome to the Rubinacci house.
Yeah. Well, it's a famous house, and of course, making some of the most beautiful and elegant.
It's a pleasure
clothes in the
having
world.
you here.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So you're in the second generation, of course.
Yes, here, there, my father, and even this younger.
Book written by Nick Fowlks. I must get a copy.
Absolutely.
Here, signed by the both of you.
Both of us. Yes, yes.
So what is it about Rubinacci that makes this house really, even amongst other Neapolitan tailors, so unique?
Simplicity. Simplicity. We wish to take everything easy, like the Neapolitan life. That is the easy life.
Yeah.
We don't want to be constructed. We don't want to be forced in uniforms. And we need to be relaxed, and we feel comfortable with that.
Yeah. I mean, there's a true elegance. I mean, it can be, and I think the two of you really so magnificently illustrate just how, the spectrum of Neapolitan tailoring. I mean, Luca with the loud colors and the style and always very adventurous, but always exceptionally elegant. And then you, Mariano, I mean, this is quintessentially, this is elegance at its peak, but slightly more subtle and understated.
Thank you so much.
But I have to say that the power that I have inside and the fact of wearing colors also belongs to my father, because of course that now you see him wearing a beautiful blazer with the gray slacks, but he has a lot of colorful trousers
as well,
and jacket even in his wardrobe.
Well, Napoli is colors.
And your father, started first as an art dealer, and I understand that you're quite a collector of art as well.
My father belonged to a very nice family in Naples. Before, they used to produce silk yarn in Sorrento, and they make the silk yarn for San Leucio that produce silk for the cart. Okay. And then after, my father was a dandy, very, very well dressed, very elegant, and belonged also to be at the Neapolitan cart, invited, and all the friends asked him to take to the tailor because for his advice. And then after he decided to open his own boutique, employing tailors and instructed them how to do whatever is in your mind to be the Neapolitan elegance. Because at the 30s, all the suits were, they became from the redingote, very padding, very, very strong. He make everything easier, taking everything out, and then it's been very successful because at the time, I see on the book we have here, suits in summer were thick like this in wool, now very light. And it's a big difference. But so for that time, he wished to understand about softness and the lightness in wearing.
Well, it really revolutionized tailoring because, as you said, before that time, the tailoring was very heavy.
Yes.
And then here, for the first time, you had clothing specifically created for freedom and to really embrace.
A lot of padding, a lot of lining, and a lot of canvas. And everything too much.
Yeah, amazing. Well,
take everything off.
what an incredible legacy. And I'm looking forward to today with Luca to be able to really dive into the House of Rubinacci.
Absolutely.
And look, I really am very proud of Luca because he really follow even better what we did.
What a compliment.
Thank you.
Mariano.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Nice
thank
meeting
you
you.
so much.
Thank you.
Let's go.
All right, well, the journey begins.
Yes.
I love this green.
Yes, this is where the magic happens,
Yeah.
you know, our hometown. Since 1932, my grandfather, then my father, then us, we use this beautiful space to welcome our client
Yeah.
first from Naples, then around the world.
Around the world.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it's a beautiful, absolutely beautiful location.
And here you can see what our key product is the Bespoke. So from the beginning to the end of the product.
Yeah. I mean, this, of course, is the House of Rubinacci started with Bespoke, and first and foremost was a bespoke tailoring house. I mean, now
Absolutely.
you've got an incredible ready-to-wear business, and you know, extending all the way into, you know, casual wear. But this is the essence of Rubinacci's Bespoke.
This has been always our key product. This is what we like to do. You know, then of course, 2015 we decided to enlarge the collection to the ready-to-wear in a casual chic way in order to give to the new generation also the possibility to approach to a certain product that is made by quality, craftsman, and soundness. Yeah.
What is the difference between a bespoke product and a made-to-measure product then?
That is very difficult to understand from a client point of view. But let's say that a made-to-measure, it's a product that is starting by a size. For example, you are a 50 size with a little bit shaper body, so we will use a 50 and then we will start to shape long torso. Meanwhile, a bespoke, we only use the measure tape. So we take completely the measure of your body. And then we will start doing the fitting. That's why we'll be required multiple fitting. This is a first fitting. And here you can really see the bespoke product, because a jacket in first fitting, it's only the piece of fabric, and you can really see what it will be inside the jacket. Only horsehair and no canvas at all. That is the essence of a Neapolitan tailor that I also explained you before, that is just without nothing. And you can see this padding that is just 2 millimeter. So that means it's a very soft shoulder, no canvas. This will give to the product a very light structure. That is going to be more difficult than a structured product because the defect will be visible. So that means that the tailor need to really do well the down shoulder, and all the defect of the body need to be adjusted. Otherwise will be seen visible the defect when the product will be done. Everything is done by hand. So this is what I was telling you, that the lightness of this construction will be from one side beautiful for the clients, but to the other side, the side of the tailor, is going to be difficult to make because it has to really adjust the jacket on the defect of the body.
Now, one of the most recognizable or distinctive characteristics of a Neapolitan jacket is this lack of structure. And where does that come about? Is it comfort? Is it to help, is it to help counter the heat in Naples, or is it to give a life and an ease to the jacket?
I explain you something very quickly. A man, when he gets into the house with his pullover, is not taking the pullover off. A man, when he's walking to the house with a jacket, the first thing he's taking off is the jacket. Why? Because psychologically, the jacket is less comfortable than a pullover. What we want with the Neapolitan jacket is a jacket that feels like a pullover. That's why less structure.
I guess a more difficult product for the tailor to get right.
Absolutely.
But a much more comfortable product for the customer at the end of the day.
Yes, but that's why my tailor are painters. Not tailors.
I guess is very much in the tradition of your family, which were art dealers dating back to your grandfather.
Absolutely. And another point to show that it's a bespoke and not a made-to-measure product is because in first fitting, you should not find the pocket.
Okay.
So the pocket should not be cutted in the first fitting. The lapel should not be done in the first fitting. That it's a very first stage of the product. Then the second fitting will be back to the laboratory, we open the jacket, we do all the alteration required, and we sew the jacket in a second fitting. So you will find the lining, you will find the pocket already cut, and you will start to see the real product. The white stitching here that you can see on all over the jacket, there are a lot of white stitching. This permit to the tailor to take off and unsew the jacket immediately. Then once the jacket will be done, they will stitch the proper stitching over the white threads. And then they will take off the white threads.
How many fittings are there typically for a bespoke
Usually,
client?
we are keen to able to do 2, maximum 3 fitting. But this is something that at the beginning we say to the clients that we don't know, because we have to make a platform. Every client has his own pattern, and the pattern is done at the end of the first product. So we want that the product, it fits perfect, because any little alteration required after then will be on the platform. So we don't want to always, follow a chimera of a perfect suit. We prefer to do a fitting more and be happy with the first result, and then we know that the future suit will be perfect.
Yeah.
Of course, if the client is not getting weight or losing weight, because being.
But last night you said if your good friend is a tailor, the food doesn't matter.
Absolutely, absolutely. But you have to always understand that the feeling between a tailor and a client should be between the both part. It's not only a tailor or only a client. When you build a relation, it's like a barber. The barber starts to understand how you would like to be your hair cutted, but then it's always a partnership, if you want that barber for a long time.
Yeah, well, and it's that relationship that really makes that, that journey, that experience even better.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah. So this is the construction of that bespoke jacket. I mean, this is the essence of Rubinacci, is that completely uncompromised bespoke product. But what are the Neapolitan elements, those details, that aesthetically that make a Neapolitan jacket so immediately recognizable?
First of all, is the Spala Kamisha that I can show you on the other jacket. Please come.
Yeah.
And the Spala Kamisha, it's something that always make the jacket a little bit more sporty. Even if the Spala Kamisha is this wrinkle on the shoulder, but what really means and what are the effect of this Spala Kamisha? The Spala Kamisha is a small armhole with a wider sleeves. This will permit to the client to feel much more comfortable in the movement and still get the shape of the jacket. Then it's the sleeve is attached from the down part of the shoulder instead of the English one that attach the shoulder from the upper part, and being like you are now on your jacket, more formal with this step. Then this little wrinkle here, it's about aesthetical point of view. We like to have as few as possible in order that it will go out and it will be much more natural. Today we see many tailors that like to have many wrinkles to be seen. I think that this is just an aesthetic point of view. The clients can like or not, but also depends on the context. For example, in a red jacket, a little bit more of wrinkle make the jacket feel more particular. Another point of Neapolitan jacket is the barchetta pocket. You can see these pockets that are a little bit rounded, and this is the way of the artist, That means that not all the pocket will be the same. Similar, but not the same, because they all end designed by the tailor. And this is also something that is recognizable between a ready-to-wear and a bespoke, when between a handmade and a machine-made. You can see that here there is a human that is doing all the passage and designing of the product.
Yeah. Where does that come from? I mean, is there an influence from Naples in
and London tailor, but English tailor? But let's say that tailor are starting in a formal way, and then they melt in a more casual way and found this Neapolitan tailoring that let the jacket, the trousers be aesthetically more casual, even if you are talking about a classic product. Another very nice way of the Neapolitan tradition is the kissing button. Okay. You can see the difference between yours and mine, that yours are wider and my one are narrower. Why? Because we call it a kissing button, because in the antique tradition, the buttons that are overlapping one on top of the other one are more difficult to sew each other. So that, you arrive now in the specific, it's more like a nerds artist that talk about nerds. This takes a little bit more time. It's more difficult, it's more precious, but again, aesthetically, it's just a point of view. Last but not the least, 3-button rolled on 2. As you can see, here you have a 3-button, real 3-button, where you can button the first button, the second button. It's a matter of choice. Instead of our jacket that are only possible to button at the middle button, because the third button, it's hidden. And this is called the rolled button. Why this? Because this rolling, it's only possible to do by hand. Rolling the button, and the hole it's made reversed to the other side. And this is a very natural, a distinctive point of...
so the buttonhole is actually sewn
on the reverse side.
So that it's beautiful here.
And the wrong side is on the opposite, because this is not intended. Also, aesthetically, will give you a much more open look and also more younger look. So that is the way. Today, the ready-to-wear do 2-button because they cannot do the 2-button rolled on 3.
And what's the tradition? I mean, did it start out as a 3-button that kind of evolved to a 3-roll 2? Or?
And slowly get down. I think so, because when we see the jacket made by my grandfather, they mostly they wear 3 buttons. And then I think that men's get taller, and so they need a more open look. And also from a design point of view, this one was reaching a more natural result. And then the difference between machine and hand. This is something it's possible to do only by hand.
The tailor showing off his
this is very
skill.
important, you know what I mean?
Well, they take great pride, especially here in Naples.
Absolutely. And then we can also see how the aesthetic part, the fun part, that it's about the interior. This is old as new. We can really see how the interior of a jacket can be painted, with the silk scarf. This we became famous. This we used to do for the Hermes family in the 70s, because my father always been the official tailor of the Dumas family. That's why they used to put a Hermes foulard inside of their jacket. And then I take these when I get into the atelier and said, why not to introduce again this nice touch inside of our jacket? And today we are very famous to use this beautiful paint, of course, for who likes, because you have to always to remember that when you wear a jacket, nothing is visible.
Yeah, it's a personal touch, but of course Rubinacci is also very famous for its scarves as well.
Absolutely. For 30 years, my father been the only exclusive dealer of Hermes in Italy. That's why we have this beautiful heritage, because we've been in a very good relation with that family.
But these pocket squares here, scarves, are you know, are exclusive designs to Rubinacci.
Yes.
But drawing inspiration from classic art.
Absolutely, and all design are belonging to Neapolitan culture.
Ah, okay.
So that's why you can see here the Real Sito di Capodimonte, one of the most beautiful museums in Naples.
Amazing.
And also in our pocket square today, what I'm wearing Le Sirenuse. Look at this. This is Le Sirenuse. This is the view from Positano, the Hotel Le Sirenuse in Positano, very good friend of my family. And my father decided to make a pocket square on honor of their family and the Positano area. And they're beautiful because you see they can really mix and match with the outfit very well.
Absolutely. What about this last jacket then? So we've got, this is a beautiful, I mean, what is this, a cashmere wool? Or?
On the last jacket, it's 100% cotton.
Okay.
And please, I will show to you here. We have the third jacket that is about cotton. Cotton in summer is very sporty. So here you can really see how aesthetically this is made in a very sporty way with the double stitching all over the jacket. So on the pocket, on the shoulders, and everywhere there is this double stitching that is very visible if you have a light color jacket. And not only outside, but even inside, you can see the lightness of the product because it's half lined. Here you can see how it's light, this jacket, half lined. That means that the lining is only on the side of the jacket. In the sleeves, there is no lining at all. Wow. This will permit to the jacket to be incredibly light.
Yeah, and is that harder to do? I mean, just the amount of really detail and how neat the interior of the jacket has to be?
This is not really hard to do, is that there is only a little bit more of work because you can see all the interior of the jacket, so it should be more clean aesthetically, so will be more work to close all the edge of the fabric. Because a jacket, remember, should be beautiful outside and inside.
And this long seam, I mean, completely overstitched by hand.
Yeah, and you see how much extra fabric you see here.
This is the inlay?
Yeah, this is because in the future, if the clients will get bigger, the jacket it will be always possible to adjust. Okay, in the terms of 5 to 7 kilo more, if grows up 10, 15 kilo, of course, he changed his body completely. But that is the beauty of the Bespoke, that it will always be adjustable. If he get weight or if he lose weight. A jacket, it's for life.
Yeah, and this is part of the virtue of the Bespoke product is that you have that durability, not just in the way that the jacket is constructed, but also in these details like the fabric allowances.
Absolutely. A jacket, it's to pass through the generation. That is the essence of tailoring. And that's why the last button of the hole here, it's fake.
Okay.
Because my grandfather used to say that the last button is fake because if your son has longer sleeves, and we have to make longer here, the distance between the last hole and the hand, it will be too much. So the fake button here will permit to add another hole here.
So you'll take it out and then move it forward.
And you move it forward to the next generation. Even if it has shorter arms, of course, you shorten from the top.
Yeah.
So it's always intended to last forever.
Forever. It's amazing.
But now I need to show you where the magic happened. So the laboratory.
Yeah. Oh,
so let's go upstairs.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Wow, so this is the magic.
This is where the magic happens, Kirby. Here we sew 700 clothes completely bespoke and completely by hand a year with a demand of 1,000 orders. But we don't produce more than 700. This is a rule for us.
Yeah. And it's amazing. I mean, I don't see much navy or dark gray. I mean,
But this is a case. Doesn't happen every day. But yes, it's beautiful. As you can see it, we have a very big diversity of clients all over the world. So there is always summer somewhere, and there is always winter somewhere. So, but what makes special here is that each tailor belongs to a client.
Okay.
Of course, we have the head cutter, Pepe, that is cutting, looking on all our tailor. But what makes us special that each tailor has his own clients in order that even the hands that will sew the different jacket of the clients will be the same hands. This will ensure the product that will be always the same.
Yeah. And is there that much difference in the touch of the tailor themselves?
Absolutely, different tailor, different hands, different product. Even if the pattern is the same, aesthetically maybe they will not change anything, but the clients will feel that if the stitching been sewed by someone else, because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jacket. If they're sewn by the same hands, are always the same feeling.
Yeah.
Sewed by the different hands, someone sew like this, someone sew like this, someone sew like this.
Yeah.
It's different.
There's that much, intimacy and finesse, just even in the way that the stitches are being sewn into the
Absolutely,
cloth.
it's like music.
Yeah, this is the magic to me of bespoke tailoring. I mean, of all the, bespoke tailoring workshops I've walked into, it never grows old on me. I mean, this is just so beautiful that you can have a garment made today completely by hand in the same tradition and with the same techniques as it's been made here at Rubinacci for 3 generations.
Yes, and what makes this place special, and as you can see around, all the average age of this tailor, it's very young.
It is, yeah.
That is something that it's a surprise many of my clients, because we are the oldest tailor house, the biggest tailor house in Europe, in Italy, and having a bunch of new generation. This means that we are really keeping the business to the future.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's of course been one of the biggest challenges of the bespoke tailoring industry, has been bringing new apprentices into the trade.
Absolutely.
To pass on this tradition. And with tailoring, from what I understand, there are no books, textbooks you can read. You must be taught by a master tailor.
Yeah, mostly of my tailor before being tailor, they are passionate of what they are doing. So that is also the secret.
Yeah.
To have a great team that it's happy and it's always proud on every product is going out. That is really make really the product fascinating.
Yeah. Do you think there's more passion here in Italy, here in Naples?
I don't think so, but I think that everywhere in the world, when this craftsman has to be made, you have to be passionate. Otherwise, it's not the job, the right job you are doing. For me, tailors are artists, so they have the good and the bad days. It's not about every good day. Every day is a good day. So it's a very tricky business, but it's beautiful. How you see this gentleman, young gentleman sewing. She's in this moment she's sewing the bottom of a crew linen jacket, and you can see how the jacket is in second fitting already. In fact, she's sewing with the same color of the fabric. That means that she's finishing the jacket over the white threads.
And just, again, I always marvel at good handwork on the sewing. Just look at the precision and the perfection and the beauty of the way that each one of those stitches is sewn by hand.
You can stay here by hours.
Yes, well,
to work.
I could.
And we can move also in the front, where I can let you see the cutting and all the other departments, from the lady that is making the holes and the trousers department. This is
and it's all done here.
All done here by 35 young,
exceptionally talented.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Unbelievable.
Here you can see the head cutter. And his name is Pepe.
Buongiorno, Pepe.
Pepe, in this moment, it's choking the front of the last fitting of the jacket of the client in order that now is ready to pass all the measure and all the result of the product on the pattern of the client.
Okay.
Instead of using the normal used paper pattern, we use canvas pattern because usually with the fabric it's a better result for the future clothes. And you can see how now it's gonna transfer everything here, and then it will design. Yeah, it will design all the jacket into the pattern.
Now, is this unique to Rubinacci? I mean, I've never seen this way of holding the pattern before.
Actually, everybody has his own way to work, and as you can see, we have all the clients inside our box with the name in front, and this is a pattern. This is the front of a single-breasted.
Okay.
Where you can see the button, where you can see the position of the pocket, and for the pocket in the front, the armhole. And this, every time the clients will order a new suit, this will be used on top of the clothes
To chalk it off.
to chalk it off. You can see this is the back. And we feel that it's much better to use a fabric than a paper. This is the sleeves.
So then this is used to strike the cloth.
Yeah, absolutely. Every time the clients will change, we will change the pattern.
The pattern. And with a completely new one.
The completely new
Yeah.
one.
So as opposed to a traditional paper pattern that's always kind of modified itself. Right?
Actually, even the paper pattern has to be remade new. It has to be made big. Sometimes they used to put a little bit more of the paper underneath. We think that it's better to redo it again, even if you are losing a little bit of hours. But the result, it will be better for the future.
Such an incredible craft.
Absolutely. You know that for only to make a jacket, we need at least 40 to 60 hours.
Yeah.
Usually, if to make a jacket ready to wear, it's 5 to 7 hours. Made to measure is 15, 18 hours.
Yeah.
So we are up to 40 hours. So
It's amazing.
it's a really, really long time, a long journey to make a product.
Incredible. Wow.
And we can go now here, we can see the hole makers. Let me show you the hands the incredible hands of this lady. She only make
Buttonholes.
Buttonholes. Think that to make a buttonholes, she need from 15 to 20 minutes. And in a jacket, there are minimum 12, 14 buttons.
Wow. So that's 2 hours just on buttonholes.
To the double-breasted, that is adding other 6 buttons. So it's a really a long work, and it's a very patient work, because here she works really into the details of a buttonhole that is really meticulous.
And what is the virtue of a handmade buttonhole versus a machine made? Why do it by hand?
You know, there is not really a technical difference. It's just aesthetical. But think that sometimes my client says, is this button really made by hands? And says, why? Because it looks perfect. So sometimes really the difference is really unperceptible.
Yeah.
But what you can really see is in the reverse. Here is where you see exactly that is made by hand, because in the front the ladies are so good that it looks so precise that it might be by machine.
Beautiful buttonholes.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, hold on. I mean, I've never seen such a more Rubinacci rack of clothing than right here.
These are ready to be delivered. And as you can see, there is not only blue or gray.
But we have blue or gray.
Yeah, 70%.
Yeah, which from your Instagram feed, you'd think that this doesn't exist.
No,
You're all right here.
No, okay, that I like it. But of course, 70%, 80% of the gentlemen, they use clothes for business. So dark gray, dark blue are the most usable one. But of course, we have also the clients that are ready to pull out some nice color. And in this case, you can see here how the mother of pearl button pop it out. Or why not? Because somewhere there is always summer. So in a crew linen jacket, it's a way Beautiful. To go, no? Wow. Completely unlined. Look at that.
Oh, that's remarkable.
Yeah, fantastic. And why not? You know, you recognize this?
It looks German. It's a German style?
Yeah, it's a German style. At least in Italy we call it Tirolese. It's from the north of Tyrol. And yes, it's something that doesn't belong to a Neapolitan tailor, but this is the beauty of us. We are able to do what the clients want. And as you can see inside, if you also open here, you don't see brand, because our philosophy is there is no branding, and the only things it appears is the name of the clients inside the pocket, the date, and when he made the jacket. Like this, he can remember.
And then the LH, this is dating back to the London House.
The LH is dating back to London House, and the crown here on top was given by the King of Two Sicily to my grandfather as official delier of the royal family.
Really?
Here you can see a blue blazer that actually it's a very nice formal and really understatement. But even here, you know, the clients want to put something special inside in order to express his own soul, you know, because sometimes the fun can also come from the inside, not only from the outside. So even if you're using a blue blazer, why not having a touch of color from the inside? And you can see here also in the pocket, you see?
Oh, wow. So what are the other elements on a jacket like this? It's just quite subtle that still would have it stand out as being from Rubinacci.
These are very difficult to see in a dark jacket, but you can see the rolled buttons, kissing button on the sleeves, and the Spala Kamisha.
Yeah. What about this dart right here? So this front dart goes all the way through the pocket?
This dart goes all the way down the jacket. Usually English tailor finish at the pocket. We go down until down. In fact, if you see, you don't have it here. But this is just an aesthetical part of view. And for the tailor in Naples, they think that this dart here will let the jacket be more attached to the body. Or the cucitura maccheroncino. You see this sewing here is not matching together, but is going up one on top of the other one. Yours is exactly matching. This one is going on top. It's called the maccheroncino. And this will give a little step.
Okay. Yeah, amazing.
You can see also on my jacket, you see? This is also very small details. Let's go to our trousers makers. Here it's also a little gem, because of course there is no jacket without trousers.
That's right, and it's a completely different craft too.
Absolutely, we have a different department. Here, how you can see, there are mainly ladies, and our head cutter Lello is now. What are you doing, Lello? Che stai facendo un cartamodello?
Sì, cartamodello per tagliare il pantalone del cliente.
So this is already an existing client, so he already has the pattern, and is transferring the pattern into the fabric. And then once he will put the pattern onto the fabric, he will cut and will pass through the ladies that will start doing the trousers.
And here we see that, you know, again, it's the fabric pattern.
Yes, and if you can see here, there is a date. This date, 3/04/23, is the date of the last modification.
Okay.
Like this, we are always updated to the last measure of the client.
Amazing. What is it about a Rubinacci pair of trousers that is special and distinct?
But let's say that a gentleman should wear pleats. Modern gentlemen wear a flat front, but it depends also on the body of the clients and the way we want to act. For example, pleats, you have reversed pleats that are more English. I have front Italian pleats that are more clean, but the pleats let the trousers goes down during the day much better. Of course, not all the body can have the pleats and not all the fitting, but let's say that pleats, it's a very sartorial trousers, and more than that, button on the fly.
Okay.
Because many clients today are asking for a zip, that it's faster.
Yeah.
Okay. But button fly, of course, is more tailor-made. More buttons, as we said before.
That's right. I mean, your poor buttonhole maker. She has a guaranteed job for life.
Yes.
What about the trouser band? Because again, this is a special treatment to the trouser.
This is one of our iconic bands that is the Manny belt. This is a kind of Gurkha style trousers. These are very famous even into the ready-to-wear. Okay. Then, of course, we do it in the Bespoke. You can see it here with the buttons. So it's exactly done for the measure of the clients. Meanwhile, in the ready-to-wear, we do it with little holes in order that the hook can go and be adjustable.
Adjusted, yeah. Huh. Interesting.
And of course, the turn-ups. Turn-ups, it means a lot for us because in a sportive trousers, you should have a high turn-ups. Usually the turn-up is high 4 to 4.8 centimeter. Okay. Then depends on the height of the clients and the width of the trousers.
Yeah. Yeah. And so this is tailoring at its peak. But where does someone first get started?
Of course, Bespoke is for few. Meanwhile, what we want is that the clients, the new generation, start with us from the beginning. So ready to wear, and now we're going down to show to you. It's a kind of style that is a casual chic style. It doesn't need. We don't sell a bespoke. We don't sell ready to wear suit. We sell more jacket and trousers, and maybe from the same clothes, the same color that can combine it can be a suit. But our philosophy, our vision is that the ready-to-wear should be easy to wear, and more than that, mix and matchable.
Okay.
So that it's time to go down.
Yeah, let's go see.
Ciao.
Grazie.
Grazie.
I mean, it's beautiful to work up here. Ah, what a beautiful workshop.
Did you like it?
You know, I always marvel at the work of talented tailors. It's such beautiful work.
So before to go to lunch, let me stop by to our ready-to-wear collection.
Okay.
Here, as I told you before, is a vision of a gentleman. This is a casual chic gentleman. So from our iconic Sorianas. So here you can see the lightness and so many pockets. This is a jacket that fits like a shirt. And then our trousers, as I told you before, with our many iconical belt.
Yeah.
This is a young gentleman that wants to look fresh, but always on point. And again, here, our iconic double-breasted. In our iconic double-breasted, you can see the 6-button rolled on 2. So here, even if it's a double-breasted, you can have this long line opening in order to feel much more sporty. Because it's completely unlined, if it's used open, it's still more beautiful, as you can see.
And so this is all about kind of the Rubinacci lifestyle, which is not just, finely tailored formal clothing, but really extending that to every corner of a gentleman's lifestyle, and including how it is, on the weekend casually.
Absolutely. This can be worn everywhere, from a casual to a casual Friday, to every kind of, just only going to dinner or going out with friends or a girlfriend. And you can see here how the trousers are cut in a very classic way, but at the end they are drawstring. So the hidden drawstring that is inside, I can show you from outside. Yeah. This makes the trousers feeling very, very comfortable. Yeah. So this is about casual elegance, done with the maximum quality, the best fabric taken from all over the world in order to give to the clients this perfume of craftsmen.
Yeah, the perfume of Naples, of the Neapolitan lifestyle.
Absolutely, in the color too. As you can see, the matching of green with red, the military green with beige. It's a very, very interesting matching colors.
And the ready-to-wear stuff, I mean, this can all be found online on your website, correct?
Absolutely, it's possible to find online. We ship worldwide.
Yeah.
Of course, on our social platform, it's very visible.
Yeah.
As you can see, we are very social active. So,
yeah, socially active, yes, as one would expect for the Neapolitans. And then Bespoke, that's available here in Naples, Milan,
London and worldwide, because of course I travel worldwide, but the things of the Bespoke that it's only done by the family.
Yeah.
So from me around the world, and in Milano, from my father in Naples, my sister Chiara in London.
Yeah, wow, amazing. Well, I mean, now it is wholly apparent why Rubinacci is really the standard bearer and the king of Neapolitan tailoring. I mean, this is beautiful work.
And now let me show you another thing that is our yachting club, where I pass half of my life. I used to do sailing, professional sailing, and there is another aspect of elegance in Naples that is in the yacht club. So let's have lunch to my private yacht club. And my father is joining too.
Oh,
so
excellent, excellent.
Let's go.